That fateful evening, in the busy streets of Enugu, Nigeria, Chisom, a fair and tall guy, was seen sliding confidently through the crowd with so much agility and mobility because many girls admired him. Chisom was a type of guy that maintained his focus no matter what, but that day he saw something that made him lose his focus. At the corner of a shop, he saw a beautiful and charming young lady named Chiamaka as she was bargaining with a trader. Her voice sounded so melodious, like that of a songbird. Her beauty was captivating. Her skin was as smooth as butter, and her eyes sparkled as bright as copper. For a moment, Chisom forgot how to breathe. "Omo, this girl fine die," he whispered to himself. He stood at that spot for a while, glaring at this beauty, before he finally approached her. "Excuse me, young lady, are you a thief?" "God forbid," Chiamaka said, wondering why he asked such a question. "Then why are you trying to steal my heart?" At that point, Chiamaka screamed, "Aww," as she blushed with a smile. "You are too beautiful that even your smile has brightened up this city. Can I have your number, please?" "Yes, of course," Chiamaka said, as they exchanged contact. That was how these two lovebirds began their journey of bliss. It was not quite long. Their love became the talk of the town. Chisom and Chiamaka were inseparable. You cannot see Chisom without seeing Chiamaka behind. They always wore matching outfits, and they always held each other's hands while walking down the streets, and people envied them so much. Even their parents were so much in love with their union. Even at church, their pastor commended their devotion to each other. "Love is a beautiful gift from God," he said. But little did they know that danger was looming. As their wedding plans began, Chisom's father suggested that they undergo routine medical tests. A couple complied without hesitation, believing that nothing could disrupt their perfect world. The day the result came, they sat in the doctor's office, hands intertwined. The doctor's face was grave. The doctor said, "You are both AS. This means there is a high chance your children could inherit the SS genotype, leading to sickle cell disease. I strongly advise against marriage." Chisom and Chiamaka were stunned at what the doctor just said. Chisom broke the silence. "But we love each other. Isn't there a way?" The doctor sighed. "Love is powerful, but it cannot change genetics." Their families held emergency meetings because of this blood test. Chisom's father spoke first. "My son, we are happy you have found love, but this marriage will bring sorrow." Even their friends weighed in. "You can still find love, guy. Relax, guy," one of them said. But Chisom and Chiamaka were unwavering. "God brought us together," Chiamaka insisted. "We will pray and trust him." Their pastor in private advised them to reconsider. "God also gives wisdom," he said. But they still refused. So they went ahead with their marriage plans. Their wedding was a grand celebration. The streets were decorated, music filled the air, and guests danced into the night. Chisom and Chiamaka promised each other forever, believing their love would conquer all. As they left the church that day, an elderly woman murmured to a friend, "They are brave, but I pray they survive this. Their first child, a son, was born a year later. They named him Sorom Tochukwu, meaning join me to praise God. But their joy was short-lived. At 6 months, Sorom Tochukwu's health began to deteriorate. The couple spent countless nights at the hospital, holding their son as he cried in pains. Doctors confirmed their worst fear. Sorom Tochukwu was SS. Despite his struggles, Sorom Tochukwu was a bright and cheerful boy. He loved to draw so much, and oftentimes he would tell his parents, "One day I will build you a big house," he said. 2 years later, their daughter Adora was born. She too was diagnosed as SS. Chisom and Chiamaka were heartbroken, but determined to give their children the best life possible. The years were a blur of hospital visits, sleepless nights, and mounting medical bills. Sorom Tochukwu became weaker with each passing year, but his spirit never dimmed. On his 20th birthday, he asked his parents to gather around his bed. "Thank you for loving me, Mommy. Thank you for loving me, Daddy. I will always be with you." These were his last words before he died that day. Adora, their second child, was in her final year in the university when her health took a turn for the worst. She dreamed of becoming a lawyer, but never got the chance to graduate because she died in her final year. Chisom and Chiamaka were inconsolable. Their once happy home was now filled with silence. Friends and family tried to console them, but the pain was too deep. One evening, Chiamaka found an old picture of their wedding day. Tears streamed down her face. "We should have listened. We should have listened," she whispered. Chisom knelt beside her. "We thought love was enough, but we were wrong," he said. So they decided to turn to their pastor for guidance. Their pastor told them, "God forgives. I believe all hope is not lost. We will pray and ask God for forgiveness and mercies. But for the meantime, I want you guys to go out there and talk to young people, not to make the mistakes you guys have made." After these words of encouragement from their pastor, they went out and began sharing their experience at church and community events, urging young people to seek both medical and spiritual counsel before marriage. Chisom and Chiamaka's story became a powerful testimony. They emphasized the importance of wisdom, prayer, and listening to godly advice. Their final message to others: love is beautiful, but it must be guided by wisdom. Trust God, seek counsel, and make choices that honor God. My dear brothers and sisters, you can see from this short story that love without wisdom is dead. Blind love is dangerous. In loving, please apply wisdom and listen to godly advice. If you want to surrender your life to Jesus, I would like you to check the description below and follow the simple instruction I have given there. Do not miss this opportunity. Give your life to Jesus now, that He may guide you in your life, in your marriage, and in everything that concerns you. God bless you.